Now, fair Palta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bringing another moon. But oh, methinks how slow the sole moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly seek themselves a night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver boat, new beds in heaven shall be holding out to us.
Go, Bill Straight. Stop the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and little spit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wound thee with my sword, and one I love doing the injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumphant reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her eyes and interchanged love tokens to my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of fading love, and stole the impression of her fancy with braces of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, snacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment and unharmed youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it so she will not hear before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the interval of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her. But shall it be to this gentleman, or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case?
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maiden, that to you your father should be as God. When they composed your beauties, yea, to one you are but as a form in wax, imprinted and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
Himself he is, but in his kind, wanting your father's word, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes with his judgment must look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I knew not by what power I made bold in such a presence here to please myself. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
To either die the death, or to enjoy forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood. If you yield not to your father's will, you can endure the livery of a nun.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. And I will yield up my birth and patness unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to be suffered.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, sealing deadwoods, my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest austerity in single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy praise title to my certain right. You have a father love Demetrius, let me have him. Do you marry him? Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and on my ransom, I do state unto Demetrius.
My lord, I am as well frightened, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly planned, not advantage as Demetrius. And which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of beauty's son. Why should I not then prosecute my rights? Demetrius, all about you to his head, made love to Netta's daughter, Helena. She, sweet lady, devoutly knows, those in idolatry upon spotted and inconstant.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. And being overfull of self-defense, my mind is losing. But come, Demetrius, and come, Aegeus. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look your arm yourself, to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means may we extenuate. Death or vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta, what cheer, my love?
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses then fade so fast?
Like the want of rain, which I could but neither from the tempest of my eyes.
For aught that I could ever read, or hear from tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
Then let us teach our child patience, for it is a customary cross to speak to love, thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, for fancy follow.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue. She hath no child. Her house is from Athens to remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. If thou lovest me then, steal forth from my father's house tomorrow night, and a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to the morn of May. There, man,
My good Lysander, I swear to be by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' dove, by that which knits a soul in constant love, and by that fire that burned the Carthage queen when the false Troians assailed the queen, and all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than women ever spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow, truly, I will meet with thee.
keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? It's fair again, I'm saying. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars and your tongue sweet air more tuneful to larks than shepherd's ear when reed is green, when hawthorn's buzzing. Sickness is catching. Oh, favor snow. Yours will I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice. My eye, your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius, being vain, the rest I give to be to you tranquil. Oh, teach me how you look, And with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers with such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. I stand and myself will fly this place. For the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he has turned a heaven into a hell.
Helen, to you our minds will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold a silver visage in the washing glass, tempting liquid pearl upon the blade of grass, a time when lovers' hearts felt still concealed, to Athens' gates and Christ.
And in the woods where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander myself will be. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger company. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow.
I will, my Marian. And Helena do, as you on him, Demetrius, dote upon you.
Oh, happy some or other some can be. The wrath of Zion thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. As he errs, doting on Hermia's eye, so I admiring of his quality. Things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is when Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love mind with each judgment taste. Wings and no eyes, figure unheeding haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft begotten. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oath, and said that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and shows the oaths he knelt. I will go tell him of Hermia's flight. Then to the woods he will tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. For here I mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight, thither and back again.
At Peter Quince's house, a company of artisans planned an interlude in hopes to be performed in this play.
In all our company here, you're best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day tonight.
First would be to Quince. Say what the play treats on, then name the players, and so grow to a point.
Merry our play is, the most lamentable comedy, and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good people, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
Unit one was set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will last some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will restore. I condole in some measure to the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to tear a cat to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of heaven's gates, and Vibisca shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish hates. This was lawful. I now name the rest of the play. This is Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. Another is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows men.
Peter Quince?
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I've a bid coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mass, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. Oh, speak in a monstrous little voice.
Thisbe, Thisbe, oh,
play Pyramus and flute you Thisbe.
Very well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Peter Quint.
Robin Starveling. You must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You the lion's part. And I hope here's the play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? I pray, if it be, give it to me. Lion swallow. Study.
Then you may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I'll roar. That'll make any man's heart good to hear me. I'll roar. That'll make the Duke say, oh, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too, Chavley. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us. Everyone stop.
I grant you, friends, if you were to go in and fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gentle as any sucking dove. I will roar you as 'twere any night wind. Roar, roar, roar.
You must play Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Very well. I will undertake. But what beard will I then play?
Why, what you will.
I could discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange and tawny beard, your purpley and green beard, or your French crown color beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all. And then you'll play barefaced. But masters, here are your parts. And I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties, such as I'll play once. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there may we rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. I'll do.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet.
Enough! Hold the cut bowstring.
In the magical woods near Athens, we meet Puck, chief attendant to Oberon, and a fairy attendant to Titania, king and queen of the forest.
How now, spirit, whither wander you? Over hill to dale, through bush to briar, over park, over path, through flood, through fire, I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon is sphere. And I so the fairy queen, to do her orbs upon the green, her castle tall, her pillars sea, and in the gold cup, box you see, those be rubies, very favorite. And in the brackets live their savers. I'm a 600 drops here, and hang a pearl on every castle sphere. Farewell, thy lovely spirit. I'll be gone. The queen and all her elves come here anon. The king doth keep his revels here tonight, and he, the queen, have not been in sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she is her attendant hath, a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a claim to it. And Oberon would have the child, knight of his train to trace the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet, in grove nor green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheet. And they do swear that all their elves, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there. Either I mistake her shape and making quite, milk, and sometimes flavor in the corn. The breakfast makes the breakfast hot churn. And sometimes make the drink stand no bar, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their heart. Those that hog after kite and sweet puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you he? Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I just go on and make him smile, when I a fat and green-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal, and sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her dew lap pours the ale. The wisest dance, telling the saddest tale. Sometimes for a big stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bout and down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough. Then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth their knees and swear. The merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, Fairy, here comes Oberon, and the mistress would not he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous, Oberon? Fairy, give hint. I have forsworn his very company.
Very rash, woman. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and boasting love to amorous Alida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest stuff of India, but that, forsooth, the bounty Amazon. Your buck-skinned mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus? For shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus.
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushing brook, or in the beached margins of the sea to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport, and this same progeny of evils come from our fate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland bides not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in spite of Indian air by night, full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow side, marking the bark of trade along the flood. When we have laughed to see the sails concede, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she was pretty and with swimming gait following, her woman rich with mild squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again, as from a voyage, rich with merchandise. She, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not depart from him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance our round, and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairy, away! I shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this intrigue. My gentle puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song. and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vessel thrown by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet I did mark where the bolt of Cupid fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's moon. And maidens call it love, iris. Fetch me that flower. The herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and look thou meet me here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eye. The next thing she then waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I shall overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou told me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave me your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not in plainest truth tell you that I do not, nor I cannot love you?
Even for that I should love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you feed me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worse a place can I beg in your love? And yet, a place of high respect, to be used as you would use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night, the ill counsel of a desert place, with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my purpose. That is not night when I do see your face, nor doth this would lack worlds of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide in the breaks, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wild that had not such a heart as you.
I'll not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs, she set a scandal on my face. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to move. I'll follow thee into heaven and hell, dry upon the hand I loved so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme grows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania, sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake grows her enameled skin, weave wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and see through this grove. A young Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do so when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, perfected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Meanwhile, in another part of the wood, Titania, queen of the fairies, is sunk to sleep by her fairy attendants, and is visited by Oberon.
Come, now around us at fairy's song. Oh, cease not to sleep. Into your offices and let me rest. This spotted snake with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs, be not seen. Newts and landworms, do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Fill now with melody, sing in our sweet lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm. Come, my lovely lady mine, so good night with lullaby. Weaving spiders, come not here. Hence, you long-legged spinners, hence. Beetles black, trudge not here. Worm nor snail, no offense. Hence away, now all is well. When a loose dance is yell.
What thou seekst when thou dost wait, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cattle fair, or pard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye thou shalt appear when thou wakest. It is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Farewell. You faint with wandering in the woods. Speak troth, I forgot our way. We'll rest here, if you couldn't tarry for the comfort of that day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I on this bank to rest my head.
Oh, one turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes true meaning in love's confidence. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single trunk. So then by your side, no bedroom be denied. For lying so harmony, I do no lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now to beshrew my manners and my pride, Hermione to say Lysander lies. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off yet, in humane modesty. Such separation, as well may be said, becomes the bachelor, a virtuous bachelor and maid. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. As love never alters to thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that, fair friend, say I. And in life for my loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all its rest.
Past that wish, the wishes I am confessed.
Through the forest have I gone, but seen and found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring the blood. Night and sun so fair, we could after feed on share. This is he, my master said, besides the Athenian name. And here, the maiden's sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie, near this lack love, this kill courtesy. So upon thine eyes I throw all the powers strong on those. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep is beat on thy eyelid. Now awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, will thou, doctor, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she has blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, for mine are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I'm as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away from fear. Therefore no marvel that Demetrius is a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glassed mind made me compare to Hermia's very own? But who's here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead? Or asleep? Lysander, if you live, you sir, awake.
Run through fire while I for thy sweet sake. Oh, transparent Helena, nature shows off that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? So how fit a word is that vile name to perish on thy soul?
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What thou we love your Hermia, Lord, what thou? But Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? Nay, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? Man's will is by his reason's weight, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not right till their season. So I, being young, till now right not to reason. Oh, it leads me to your eyes, why I overlook love's story is written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough in a man that I did never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye? But you must love my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good suit you do. And such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you, Lord, more true gentle. Oh, that lady, one that married you, should have another that were be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleeps thou there, and never again come Lysander near. For as a serpent, the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. And of all the heresies that men do leave, I hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, my serpent, my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. To all my powers, address your love and might. To I, Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me! Do not let you stop this calling serpent from my breast! Ay me! For pity! What a dream was here! Lysander, look how you quake with fear! Methought the serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander, Lord! What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound? No word? Lysander, speak if you hear! Speak of all, Lord! No snow, no whispered fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
The artisans meet to rehearse their interlude, and Puck comes upon them.
Are we all met?
Pass. And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn break our retiring house, and we will do it in action. We will do it for the Duke.
Peter quits.
What sayest thou, holy Bible?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword with which to kill himself, for which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Pardon, I'm going to pardon us, fair. I believe we must leave to kill it out.
Oh, not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and have the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but part of the weaver. That will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
Nay, let it be written in 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be offended, Lord? I fear it. I promise you.
Ah, you ought to consider, masters, to bring in. God shield us. A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is no more fearful wild fowl than your lion living. And we ought to look to it.
The foreigner, the prologue must tell he is not a lion.
He must name his name, and half of his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he must speak forth, say thus, or to the same effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble. My life or yours. If I come hither as a lion, 'twere pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And therefore, let him name his name, and state plainly that he has snubbed the joint.
Oh, well, it shall be so. But there is two hard things. To bring moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Thought the moon shine that night with clarify?
A calendar. Find out moonshine. Look in the almanac.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why then, a casement of the great chamber window where we play may be left open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
Well, you could never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or another must present wall, and let him hold his arms thus. And he must have some plaster and some loam and some rough cast about him to show that he signified wall. And he must hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
And if that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What happened? Oh, suddenly swaggering near. So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A playboy? I'll be the auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forward.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odorous.
Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and I will by and by to thee appear.
A stranger, Pyramus, in air plays here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, very must you. For you must understand, he goes but to get noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most ready Pyramus, most lily water hue of curl like the red rose on triumphant bride, most frisky juvenile and geek, most lovely Jew. Oh, as true as horse that you will never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Nina's tomb. Man, why you must not speak that yet, that you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, as true as horse that yet will never tire.
Thisbe, if I were fair, I were only thou.
Oh, monsters, oh, strange, we are haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help.
I'll follow you. I'll lead you round and round. Sometimes a horse mounty, sometimes a hound.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me a fear.
Ah! Oh, Bottom! Thou art changed! What do I see on thee?
What do you see on me? You see it as a head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
Ah, I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not be frightened. I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, so that they shall hear that I am not afraid. Thou wert so cut, so black on hill, with earth and body built down. The crosser with his nose so true, the red with little quill down.
Wake me from my
wit so foolish a bird? Indeed, who would give a bird the lie, though he cry cuckoo, never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force, perforce, doth move me from the first, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Oh, methinks, mistress, you have little reason for that, and yet to speak plainly, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. More's the pity that some honest neighbors never become friends. Nay, I can't gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. But if I had enough wit to get me out of this wood, I would have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common race. The summer still doth tend upon my face, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas, blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed. Ready, and I. Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and the night tapers crop their waxes, and pluck the wings with painted butterflies, fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesy. Hail, mortal! Hail! Hail! Hail!
I cry your worship's mercy, heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I desire you of more acquaintance, Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peacock.
Recommend me to Mr. Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. I desire you of more acquaintance too, good Master Peascod. Your name, sir.
Mustard seed.
I know your patience well. Many that giant, gentle like oxbeef have desired many a man of your house. Yet, I promise you, you have made mine eyes water ere now. I desire you of more acquaintance too, good Master Peascod.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting for enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him beside me.
Then what it was that next came into her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What light rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she's in a dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, who work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great species of nuptial day. The shallowest thicket of that barren sort, who pyramids prevented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him a disadvantage take, an ass's knoll I placed upon his head. Anon, his dismay must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they can fly like wild geese with a freezing fowler eye, or russelated cause from any sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report. Sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so in his sight, away his fellows fly. And at our stamp here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost in their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. Briars and thorns their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet pyramids translated there. At that moment, so it came to pass, Titania woke and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
Aye, that has been true. And the Athenian woman by his side, so that when he wakes, the force must be I.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but this is not the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Not a child that I should use these words, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. As thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being our shoes in blood, plunged in the deep and killed me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murdered, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my house.
Out dog, out cur! Thou drivest me past bounds, maidens patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among
You
men.
spend your passion in a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
Ah, a privilege never to see thee more. And from my hated present heart I so see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which in some slight measure now will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy this prison must perforce ensue. Some true love turned and not a false turned true.
Then fatal rules, said one man holding froth. A million failed, confounding oaths on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens wilt thou find. Of fancy 6 years and pale of cheer with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go, swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of thy purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand. And you mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside. The noise they make may cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one. That needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should go in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Oh, look, when I vow, I weep, and vow soft going, and all that activity all through the years. How can these things seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do adventure cunnings more and more, when truth feels true. Oh, devilish holy friend, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Why, oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Her vows to her, me fit and true scales will even weigh, and both as light as tail.
I had no judgment unto her, I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show your lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure concealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou holdst up thy hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you're all bent to sin against me for your merriment. If you were civil and you courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But you was joined in soul to to mock me too, to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with all your parts. You both are rivals, and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin, and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make your sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. But you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here with all goodwill, and with all my heart. In Hermia's love I do yield you up my part. And yours and Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourn. And now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it, dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, keen ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found, mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him by. Fair Helena, who more reveals the night than all yon fiery oaths and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could this not make thee know the hate I bear thee made thee leave me so?
You speak not what you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsels that we two have shared, this sister's vows, the hours we have spent will you chide the hasty foot of time for parting us? Oh, is all forgot? And will you join our ancient love ascender in joining with these men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may charge you for it, though I alone can feel the end.
Oh, I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. Seems that you scorn me.
Have you not said Lysander is in scorn to praise my eyes and face? And made your other love Demetrius, who even now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph divine, precious, rare, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul? But by your setting on, by your consent, would thou I be not so ingracious you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, who love unloved, as you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persevere, cower with sad looks, make mouths upon you when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or action shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, and hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst not compel more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Oh, Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. And I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove it false that says I love you not.
I say that I can love thee more than he can do.
Then withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
The wretched kids of this.
Away, you idiot! Seem to break loose! Take on as you would follow! But get cut up! You are a tame man! Go!
Hang on, the cat! Thou pearl let loose! To save thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What changes the sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny tartar, out! Oh, loathed potion, oh, hated potion heads.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
Oh, what should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? No, I hate her. I'll not harm her thus.
What can you do me greater harm than hate me? Hate me, wherefore? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I must bear now as I ever were. This night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest shall I say?
I, by my life, never did a sign see thee more. Therefore be out of the question of hope. Doubt, 'tis nothing true. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee. Love him.
Me? You, juggler. You think of love. You think of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love heart from him?
Fie, modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made an impair between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height fortune, she hath prevailed in me. And are you grown so high in esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me to neglect, I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in fierceness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. You perhaps may think that she is so much lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower, hark again!
Good, honey. Do not be so bitter with me. I abhor than love you, Hermia. Ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Say that in love with you, Demetrius, I told him of your step into this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. But he has chid me hence, and threatened me to strike me, spur me, nay, to kill me too. And so that you will let me quiet go to Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who's that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What with my son?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, Helena. She shall not harm me.
No, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and true. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she may be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but little! Why will you suffer her to flog me thus? Let me come to her!
How get you gone, you dwarf? You made of us a hindering our fresh maid. You feed. Acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf. Take not her part. Speak not of Helena. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest. Try who's right, thine or mine, most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You mistress! All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will no longer stay in your cursed company, I. Your hands and mine are quicker for a prey. My legs are longer to run away. I am amazed and don't know what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I did noise an Athenian's eyes. And so far my glad and so resort, for this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron. And lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime frame his tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius. From each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brow death comforting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. And when they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, call to my queen, and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My very lord, this must be done with haste. For night's host of fast dragons cut the clouds full fast.
But we are spirits of another sort. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. God will lead them up and down. one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Then follow me to flatter ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou bled? Speak, in some bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou lookest for ward? And wilt not come? Come, thou recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with my rod. Beest of vile that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll cry no manhood here.
He goes before me, yet he dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. He goes much lighter heel than I. I follow fast, but faster did he fly. Fall on my an uneven way. Oh, rest me here. Come thou, gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius with vengeance spite.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest. For well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Hither, I am here.
Nay then, thou mockst me. Thou shalt bide this dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach look to be visited.
Shine comforts in the heat, and I made back to Athens by daylight when these and my poor company chat. Sleep. I sometimes shut up sorrow's eyes, steal me while from mine come.
Yet the three? Come on more. Two of both kinds makes up four. Here, the maid, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, dabbled with the dew and torn with the briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven chill thy sender, if thy mean a friend.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, every man shall have his own. In your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught will go ill. The man will have his mare again, and all will be well.
Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, Titania is still entertaining Bottom the Weaver.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheek do coy, and speak lustily upon thy sweet sweet head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Ah, scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Cobweb?
Ready?
Ah, good monsieur. Get your weapon in your hand and give me a ready bumblebee on top of the thistle, good monsieur. And, good monsieur, do not spread yourself too much on the tap. And be careful the honey bag breaks not, for I will be, loath to see you overcome with honey bag, good monsieur. Where's Master Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Give me your meat, good Master Mustard Seed. Oh, I pray you, need your courtesy.
What's your will?
Nothing but no cavalry peas blossom to scratch. I fear I am marvelously hairy about the face of Monsieur the Barbers, for I am such a tender ass that if one hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Ah, yes. Let's hear the tongues in the bow.
Say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, a pick of provender. Well, I could want some good dried oats, or a bottle of hay, good sweet cup of milk.
I have a venturous spirit that shall seek the squirrel's hole and fetch thee nothing.
I would rather have a handful of dried peas, but I pray that none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee my arm. Fairy, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barking fingers of the earth. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she his hairy temples had then rounded with coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. When I by leisure had taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eye. And, gentle pup, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he waking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair. And think no more upon this night's accidents, but as the terrible vexation of a dream. But first I will release my fairy queen. See as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My overall, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an eye.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how my eyes do close its visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, remove this head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5 descents.
Music! Oh, music! Such as charms sleep.
Now thou and I are new in amity, and tomorrow midnight shall solemnly dance in due Theseus' house, triumphantly, and blessed to all fair prosperity. There the pairs of faithful lovers shall be wedded, all in jollity.
Come, my lord, and in our flight tell me how it came this night, that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, and find the forester, for now our observation is performed. And since we are the wayward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, dispatch, I say, find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds that echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bathed and bare with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant tidings. Besides the grove, the skies, the fountains, every creature near seemed all with a mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet melodies.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that swept away the morning dew. Judge when you hear, but soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander. This Demetrius. And this Helena. Oh, never tell her. I wonder if they're being here soon.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent came in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia gave answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. These woodbuds are but a couple now.
Hard, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy? Sleep by hate and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazingly. Half sleep, half waking, but yet as I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But for as I speak, for truly what I think, I came with Hervey and this. And our intent was to be gone from Athens, without the peril of being involved.
Enough! Enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, the fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to the wood, and I in fury hither following them. Helena in fancy following me. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed, there I saw Hermia. But as in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health did it come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear none. Egeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall be eternally knit. But now the morning is something worn, and our purpose of hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eyes. Everything seems double.
And so many things. And I have found Demetrius like a tool. My own and not my own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us to follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams. When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair parents. Hey ho! Peter Quint! Look the bellows, Mender! Stop the tinker! Starling! God's my life. Stonehenge left me here asleep. Ah, but I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he expound upon this dream. Methought I was, well, there is no man can tell what. Methought I was, methought I had, man is but a patched fool if he offered to say what methought I had. That eye of man hath not heard, his ear hath not seen, his tongue is not able to conceive, his hand to taste, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I shall get Peter Quint to write a ballad of this dream, and I shall call it Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I shall sing it at the end of the play. Peradventure, I shall sing it at her death to make it the more gracious. Bottom had a dream, an incredible dream.
The artisans gather once again at Peter Quince's house to rehearse. Then Bottom reappears.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he home yet?
He He cannot be heard of. I would doubt he's been transported.
If he come not, the play is marked. It gives not afford, doth it?
It is not possible, for you have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he is simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of not.
Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple. And there's 2 or 3 lords and ladies more merry. If our sport had gone forward, we'd all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom, thus hath he lost 6 a day during his life. He could not escape 6 a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged, he would have deserved it. 6 a day in Pyramus, oh nothing.
Where are these parts? Where are these lads?
Bottom, almost greatest day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for I am no true Athenian if I tell you. I will tell it all, right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All you must know is, the Duke hath died. Get your apparel together. New strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. And, good actors, I have heard that our play is preferred. Therefore, let Thisbe have clean linen. Let he who plays the lion not par his nails, for they should hang out of the lion's claws. And, most importantly, actors, eat no onions or garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath tonight. And I do not doubt but to hear the Duke say that it is a sweet comedy. Therefore, no more words. Away! Ha ha, go away!
The 3 pairs of lovers have been married and are given a choice of entertainment after supper.
Strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesses advance his images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompanying your hearts.
More than to us. We'll wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have? How shall we beguile this lazy time, if not with some delight? What revels are in hand? Call Philostrate.
Here, my Theseus.
Say, what abridgment for you this evening? What dances, what masks? How shall we beguile this lazy time?
There's a brief how many sports are right. Make choice of which your highness will be first.
The battle of the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That have I told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The ride of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Tricinian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played for me when I from Thebes came last to conquer. The thrice 3 mooses mourning for the death of learning, laid deceased in beggary. That is some satire, critical, not sorting with the nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Tragical mirth. Merry and tragic, or tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wonder, strange snow. How comes this concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But ordinary tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
Who are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now toil their unblended memories with the same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in this world. Unless you can find sport in their tents, extremely stretched upon the cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear it, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness of duty tendered. Go bring them in, and ladies, take your places.
I love not to see wretchedness or charge to duty in the service of perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
I certainly can do nothing of this kind.
The kind of we to take thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
And this fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord, is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder. Sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, not impaired, but all in disorder. Who is next?
Gentle, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus. If you would know this beauteous lady, this be a certain. This man with live and raw cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn, presented moonshine, for if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Nina's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast which lie in height by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with blade, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
There's no wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
Then this same interlude, it doth befall, that I once not by name do present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, the which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone all show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the crannied hole is, right and sinister, the which the thermal lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and rough cast to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard in discourse, my lord.
But silence. Here comes Pyramus.
Oh, grim-looked night. Oh, night, with hue so black. Oh, night, which ever art when day is not. Oh, night, oh, night. Alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, that standest between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, oh, sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink, that I may blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. But what see I? No, Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, indeed, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You will see. It will fall past, as I told you. Yonder she comes.
These lips have often kissed thy stones of lime and hand it up in thee.
Hark! I see Evander, I am trusty still.
And I can, to the fates me kill.
Not shapeless to Procrus was so true.
Like shopless to progress are to you.
Kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
By life, by death, I come without delay.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors?
Oh, no remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are no worse, if imagination amend them.
The best of your imagination, then, not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they will pass as excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, and a man and a lion?
Oh, you ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance will quake and tremble here. The lion rough in wildest rage, a roar! They know that I was snug, the joiner am. A lion fell, else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come and strike into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very good beast and of good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
And a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
I am sure his discretion cannot carry his valor, for the fox carries not the goose. It is well, leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This letter doth the hard moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This letter doth the hard moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. This is... How could this be the man in the moon? All these things should be in the lantern.
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see it is already in snuff.
I am weary of this moon. Would you would change?
It seems by some small light of his discretion, and all the way, by courtesy, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon. I, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush. And this dog, my dog.
Well, these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. But silence! Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where's my dog?
Well roared, lion.
Well, Mouse, well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Well, Mouse, Lion.
And then came Pyramus.
So the lion vanished.
I thank thee, moon, for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for by thy gracious, glittering, golden beams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite, mark for night, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, can you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood. Oh, come ye furies fell, fates, come, come, cut, thread, and thrum, quell, crush, conclude, and quail.
This death and this passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Be sure my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, did thou lions pray? Since lion vile hath deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the greatest, the fairest maiden that ever lived, that loved, that life, that looked with cheer. Come, cheers, confound, outsoared and wound the pap of Pyramus.
Aye, that left pap where the hawk doth hawk.
Now die I, thus, now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. No, die! 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 Die!
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He's nothing. Yet with the help of a good surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance Moonshine has gone before this becomes time to find her lover?
She will find him by starlight, and her passion is the play.
Methinks she should not use along with such a pyramid. I hope she will be free.
A vote will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better? He for a man, God warrant us, and she for a woman, God bless us.
Oh, she has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means bit illicit.
Asleep, my love? Woke? Dead, my God? Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak! I found bad. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks. Oh God, oh God. Let us make moon. His eyes were green as links. Oh, sisters three, come to me. With hands as pen as milk, layer and gore, cinch your shore, with shears as thin of silk, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty soul, come lay my breast in yours. And fellow friends, thus this be ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall, too.
Oh, no. I assure you, the wall is down the part of their fathers. But would it please you to see the upward?
Oh, no, Log, I pray you, never excuse when all your players are dead. There need none to be blamed. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Love us to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall sleep the coming morn, as much we this night have overwatched. This placable gross play hath well beguiled. The abbey gate of night, we hold the solemnity of nightly revels and new jollity.
I am sent with broom before, sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead a drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite, Papa's light has burnt from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song I wrote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with very grace will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride's bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create, ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three, ever true and loving be. Every fairy take his game, and each several chamber blessed through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If which shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend,
If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest pug, if we have unearned luck, now to scrape the serpent's tongue, and we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar calls. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.